we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the New York Jets and the Orlando Sentinels. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And now with the play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. The Lance going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Jackson is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. toss play to Jackson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Out is Tucker McCann now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. McCann's kick up and good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, Taylor. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On first down, Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Lance. And it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Not A good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try to throw it here. Vick. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Vick. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now they'll throw with Lance. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 45 yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Lance now on 1st down. Going up top. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Taylor's got the 1st down and more. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 10. To throw, Vick. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Vick now from the 50. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Throwing, Vick. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Nicole Hardman, 50 yards. And the Sentinels add 6 to their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
McCann's got it teed up. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's Lance. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because Just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. So here's Vic following the interception. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So the false start will back them up 5. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flag for that one. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Lance now on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here the 32. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. McCann's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup, as we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Jackson. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Bush. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here it's Stokes in on the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Second and 6. From the shotgun, it's Vic. He'll drop this down to Jackson, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Vic to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. McCann's kick up and good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tanner Muse with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. McCann now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. On third down, here's Taylor. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
On third down, Taylor. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. And they'll go for it. Lance. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So first and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. It's a play fake. Now Vick steps away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. And out of bounds right around the 20. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
First and goal, Bush. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Sentinels continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Lance. And that'll be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
First down, Vic. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Touchdown! Nicole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Sentinels are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Lance and company going on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now here's Vic. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Vic readies to throw. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Man open. Here is Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 10. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Vic will look to throw on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. One final try now for Lance. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Orlando.